Ready?
Okay, call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge and a moment of silence. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's get started. All board members are in attendance. Mission statement. Mr. Perkins, would you like to read the mission statement?
Excellence in education, preparation for life. I
Thank you.
have it memorized. Thank you.
Impressive. Thank you. Okay, any public comments?
The PAGA would like to thank the board and the administration for allowing us to once again use G&G as a fundraiser. We raised about $1,300, and that goes back to the kids each year. So we really appreciate that. We want to thank you.
Yeah, it's a great year for it. Like you said, very successful. It's great. Thank you. Okay, moving on to consent items. We have the approval of March 16th minutes, approval of March 25th and April 10th payroll, and approval of April 2026 claims. Anybody have any questions about that? No. Okay. Personnel.
All right, I'd like to recommend the following new hires. Keenan Kennedy, varsity soccer assistant coach. Jordan Klump, middle school football coach. Danelle Myers, part-time security booth receptionist. Melody Wade, middle school temporary special education paraprofessional. And Michaela Smith, high school science teacher. Reassignments, Christian Granilas from varsity soccer assistant coach to varsity soccer head coach. Jill Delancey, 7th grade volleyball head coach to the 8th grade head coach. Jen Pitts, 6th grade head volleyball coach to the 7th grade head volleyball coach. Resignations, I have Sam Hartman, varsity soccer assistant coach. Sarah Park, JV girls basketball coach. Kyle Wilhelm, middle school soccer coach. Jordan Kroc, middle school PE teacher at the end of the school year. Emma Temple, elementary paraprofessional at the end of the year. Shannon Solon, middle school para, that was effective April 3rd. And Aaron Groen, 5th grade math teacher at the end of the school year.
Okay. You have a motion, please.
Second.
Justin, Aaron, second. Take it to a vote. Passes 5-0. Action items.
Okay, first one, I have a recommendation to authorize the district to dispose of, discard, or sell obsolete furniture and equipment from the elementary and middle school. And that date would be Friday, June 12th from noon to 4. So just like we did at the middle school, when we got our new furniture there, we'll give the public an opportunity to come in. If there's anything they want, they can grab it. Sure beats throwing it all into the dump. So the more that goes, the better off we are. But that'd be Friday, June 12th, noon to 4.
Motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Second. Vote, please. Passes 5-0.
Okay, second one, I have a recommendation to approve revisions to the Northeast Indiana Special Education Cooperative Joint Services Leasing, Construction, and Supply Fund Agreement. In your packets, I did not put the whole agreement in there. I only put the page where we're changing language. And basically that states that if a member district of the co-op submits a letter to withdraw from the co-op, they can rescind that one time within a 5-year period, okay? So if they put it in year one, withdraw, they put in a second letter within that 5-year period, then you're out. So kind of stemmed from, we've had a couple of schools that have been talking about this for a couple of years. And this year, West Noble, Central Noble, Busco, and DeKalb all submitted letters to withdraw from our special education co-op, okay? Since that time, Central Noble has rescinded their letter, so they are staying in. DeKalb's kind of an interesting one because they're a bigger district and they just think they can probably do it on their own. Not necessarily a measure of trying to save money for them. At least that's what their superintendent says, but just the opportunity that they think they can provide all the services and financially do it on their own. West Noble and Busco seem to think that they can do it cheaper. And if they can, good for them. But so far they are still planning on withdrawing from the co-op.
And some of those had submitted a letter the previous year as well.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but
So-
in this case, this starts once this goes into place.
Yeah, it starts with this one.
Right.
So that's what that language is for. Any questions on that?
How long do they have to change their mind?
I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's 6 months. I can look that up for you. So the withdrawal period is 18 months. So I believe they have the first 6 months to decide if they're going to withdraw or rescind their letter. And then that gives the co-op a year and that district a year to plan on how to move forward without them.
So they've just been put the withdrawal letter in to cover their bases in case they want to.
Yeah, yeah.
Wreaks havoc on.
Yeah, it's really hard for the rest of us to plan what's going to go on when, hey, you're in, you're out. So this kind of puts a little hamper on that. And of course, there's language in there as well that could be, even if they did it twice, it could be approved by the board that, hey, we'll still take you back. So.
Okay, have a motion in a second, please.
I'll second.
Take it to a vote. 5-0.
Okay, next one, they have a recommendation to approve the agreement with Pulver Cove Associates for special purchase exemption for school furniture. So again, the same type of process that we used before at the middle school, we're doing at the elementary plus the middle school library. So in your packets, I just put the spreadsheet of what the prices came out as. So if you want to go to the middle school library first, and I gave you a diagram, kind of a rendering of what that library is going to look like. The chairs are not red though, they are black. They're black chairs, not red. But we're replacing all of those 10 tables that you see there on the left side. The circulation desk where Mrs. Roberts sits, that'll be new. All the shelves are going to be new. So all the old shelves are coming out. Obviously, we're getting carpet. That's not part of this bid here, but we're getting new carpet. And then over there on the right-hand side, you can kind of see some more student-friendly seating areas that we don't currently have. So be a big upgrade for the middle school library. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. As far as the pricing goes, the list price for all of that furniture came out to be $301,903. The cooperative purchasing price, if we would have went through them, was $231,536. And the special exception price that we got through Pulver Cove will be $174,432.33. So even compared to the cooperative purchasing, we're under $57,000 in savings by going to Pulver Cove. So feel really good about that. Any questions about the library before I go to the elementary? Okay. The elementary, again, kind of like the middle school process, replacing student desks. I think we're going to replace about 360 some student desks. We do have, is it 2 grade levels, Brian, or 1? Two grade levels that will keep their current desks. So even though they're not going to match, which we would all like, we just purchased those desks not too long ago and it makes no sense to get rid of them. So 2 grade levels will have some existing desks, but everybody else will get new student desks. Everybody's going to get new chairs, student chairs, as far as that goes. We have about 57 half moon tables. I think we came in at about 34 other types of rectangular tables, 39 teacher desks, and around 57 task chairs, which would be smaller versions of these that would go to those tables where teachers or parents can sit in those chairs to work with students. So a lot of furniture coming into the elementary this summer. If you want to go to the list price of all of that stuff, $613,111.71. The cooperative purchasing price was $440,047.27. And then the special exception price for Pulver Cove was $333,121.87. So compared to the cooperative pricing, we're about $107,000 savings. So again, feel really good about the process with them, and thought they did a great job at the middle school with disposing of all the old furniture, assembling all the new in a short amount of time.
Yeah, they did it quick too. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Good
so
operation.
so any questions about the elementary furniture? Again, kind of phase one over there at the elementary as far as that goes. Again, we still like to, again, we have to see how much we spend, how much we have left, right? Another goal would be obviously to get rid of some of those green, yellow, orange, blue cabinets that we have over there and get some new cabinets in there. But that will be phase 2, along with new carpet in the elementary as well. So middle school, new carpet this summer, elementary will be next year. So questions on any of that stuff?
Is it did we do the fax room with the middle school or?
The fax room.
I mean, the cupboards and all that, because they're.
We have
odd
not
colors.
replaced the cupboards. in
Okay,
there.
okay, but
No.
they're the odd colors too, aren't they?
They're blue.
Oh, they're all blue, okay.
We did get new tables in there.
Okay.
It's like in the kitchen area, the sewing area, new tables and chairs there. But yeah, we have not touched cabinets.
Okay,
and that
okay, I
type of
got
stuff.
Down the road, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I think, when we see what,
Choir room carpet though.
Do you have the choir room carpet?
It looks good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good look.
Again, any questions on the furniture? Okay.
Motion.
So
second.
Need to vote? Passes 5-0.
Okay, the next one is a recommendation to approve the summer employment of 3 high school students for the ag department. And no one's from ag is here tonight, but that is something that we do every summer. And that's kind of split cost between us and the ag department on those 3 employees. So they put them to work. They do a nice job for us in the summer. So any questions or concerns about that?
Thank you. Oh, sorry, the only question I have is in the report, it looked like they were also asking for another one for like 1.5 months. Is that how I read that, or did I misinterpret that? I just read it in here tonight in their report.
She's referring to Ariana Vila. Said wants to stay for last half of June and July. Should that be included in that 3 or in addition?
It's that.
now they usually work around everybody's schedule, so they're not all there.
They all don't work on the same time. I'm reading that as that would be 4 then.
Okay.
So we can adjust that to 3 or 4.
Or should we
That's cool.
just change the motion that it goes to 4?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can say, 3 or 4. Yeah, so we'll just put 4. So we'll change that to recommendation to approve the summer employment of 4 high school students for the ag department.
Motion, please.
A motion.
Second.
To a vote. 5-0.
Then the next one is a recommendation to approve the summer employment of 2 high school students for the maintenance and custodial departments. Again, we kind of talked about that, added some help there just due to the number of projects and stuff we have going on this summer, kind of to help them with moving stuff, hauling furniture, that type of thing. We did post that to the junior class, and then Dustin and Pat interviewed the people who applied. I think he had 5 applicants, is that right? Yeah. I don't know who he chose yet, but we're going to hire 2 for that position.
I'll make a motion.
Jocelyn. Motion.
Second.
Give me a second. To vote. Passes 5-0.
Then the last one is a recommendation to approve the ag department's program of activities and school farm agreement. And Heather, if you give me that page. It's changed.
This is a really nice report.
If you are enrolled in the whole ed class, you are automatically a member of the FFA, is that correct? It used to be that way. I think they might have changed it, you know?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
I think that must be with the,
I think that's true.
You said for any ag class? Or both?
I don't know about welding, but it used to be, I mean, this is a long,
Mhm.
what we used to have 40 years ago.
You're talking about course offerings?
I'm thinking that they must be automatically FFA members.
In their packet, they have the 25, 26
We have a
memberships.
membership of the FFA.
There's a lot of kids out
I
there.
was just curious. That's a good list.
It's extensive, yeah.
It doesn't matter. I just kind of impressed with the numbers.
As far as our farm agreement goes, that's the same that we've done every year as well. The farm questions on what the farm agreement says.
I move to approve.
Second.
Todd and Aaron, second. Take it to a vote. Passes 5-0.
All right, a couple things I want to talk about real quick is the remote learning. We ended up using one day. Hopefully that's going to be it. Hopefully we don't get any fog, freezing rain. Bill,
So,
it's on you.
Keep it away.
Anyways, again, the state allows us to use 3 asynchronous days. So basically remote learning, not live instruction. Just from the building principals, Brian, we'll start with you. Do you have any feedback or concerns from the day that we had?
I had positive messages from parents. I didn't see too many concerning messages. We got pretty decent attendance rate that day, so nothing too crazy. I thought it was positive.
Jim?
I heard positive things from staff. We surveyed the kids. The kids thought it went pretty seamless. Didn't hear much from parents, so that could be a plus. I think it went well.
Kind of same as them, and attendance rate was pretty good, and surprisingly, I shouldn't say surprisingly, but positive wise, most of the kids did the work. So that wasn't the case during COVID time. So most of the kids did the work, and not a lot of concerns. So all in all, went pretty well, especially for our first time.
Deb, I don't know if you want to.
If
I thought it went really well. We had a few kids that didn't turn stuff in, but the kids that usually don't turn stuff in during the day, when you're there at school with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work to get it, but I thought it went well overall. I had one parent contact me that wasn't sure how to do a worksheet, and I had sent home answer keys to the parents through Parent Square, not through the kids' packet, so the parent could look through there and see how it helped them.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if the 5 of you heard any concerns.
No concerns
No
from
concerns.
a parent's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the feedback.
Okay. So I don't have it as an action item tonight. We could add something, or I can bring it next month. But I think if through our conversations, we'd probably like to continue that going forward, but have that certain number of days we're going to make up first. So make up 5 days that we usually have on the calendar, and then anything after that, we'd use those 3 days. So do you want to add that to the agenda tonight, or do you want me to bring it next month?
next month would be fine.
Okay. All right, bring it next month. So we'll make up 5, and then we'll go 3 remote learning days after that.
Is there is that the limit? You only do 3?
There are.
3 that are not live. Yes.
Asynchronous.
Yes.
Too late. You're too late.
Already passed
We turned it down. No, shame on you, Ann.
it. Should have plunked it, right?
Ron, we changed your 3 workers to 4 because based on how it was worded in your document here, it looked like you were going to hire 3 plus, is it Ariana that was in there?
If you're okay with that.
So it was 4 then? Yep, that's fine. Okay, that's what they approved.
Anything else you would like to add?
I don't think so. I was curious on questions. Yeah, if they are enrolled in one class, are they automatically have a family member now? Yes. Okay. Because that's a pretty healthy list.
Yeah, it is. That's why our membership is high enough. And I think National FFA wants to go that route. They're getting a little pushback from some of the states.
So are the dues included in
The dues
program?
per member are cheaper. Yeah, there is no book rental.
That's right.
So
That's right. Get away with it.
the dues are cheaper per person if it's an affiliate, what they call the affiliate membership. But it's still, when you're including everything, it does cost us a little more. But we've got a contest this weekend that we're going to, ag mechanics classes, that I'm taking some kids to, that if it was an affiliate membership, there'd be a whole bunch of hoops that we have to jump through to get them added to the roster, and they're already here, so it really makes it easy.
So is that statewide then, that people who enroll those classes are automatically a member?
Not yet,
Okay,
but we choose to do that.
so it's a Prairie Heights thing right now. Okay.
There are a handful, more than a handful, but I'd say maybe a third of the chapters in the state that are affiliate. And then the others are probably gonna be within a few years here.
That makes it easier to take your students to the contest too.
It does, yeah. You got a class where this kid, I'm really interested in this part, and then, okay, we've got this contest coming up, do you want to participate? Yeah, I'd like to try that. So, We've had several. I got one kid that's working at, it's been probably 10 years ago, time flies, but went to a small engines contest and now he's working in mechanics, in an auto place.
Nice report. Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry I'm late.
You're fine, Ron. You never have anything going on anyways. Okay, any other questions for Ron? Okay. A couple of legislative things. House Bill 1004 is gonna increase the amount of supervision, I guess, on devices for parents at home. So that's kind of gonna be a good thing. But Andy, our technology director, is kind of work with our principals on that to kind of see how it goes with their own kids, kind of on trial here. But parents should be able to monitor from home what their kids are accessing here at school and on that device at home. So, which I think that's a positive thing that they've done. Then the other big one, obviously, is Senate Ruled Act 78, which is the cell phone ban. So, not really. I'll just let the principals talk about their specific buildings. Brian, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so I think I kind of get the easy end of this deal being in the elementary. I think as far as keeping things in backpacks and shut down is what we'll do within the classrooms, which is kind of what we do now. So.
Jeremy?
We're still in discussions with department heads. We talked about, do we put them in? We love that the kids don't have to use their lockers because they get from class to class. We don't deal with tardies. That's usually if we ever had issues, and they've been great this year, but any issues is always in the hallways or been in lockers. We've talked about maybe keeping them in book bags, but is that going to be a deterrent? We talked about the different cases you can purchase. So we're still in the works. I don't have a great answer yet.
Yeah.
We go different directions every time we meet, so.
We're pretty fortunate in the middle school that we don't allow cell phones as it is now, and then they use their lockers, so we plan to have them in their lockers like we are now. And we really, and you have kids that obviously try to skirt around it, the rules and all that. So we have issues that we deal with there, but really all in all, it's pretty isolated and not a major deal to middle school. So that's the plan that we have, talking with teachers, is keep them in their lockers and inaccessible through that way.
Okay. So, we've discussed, we make sure that we communicate to parents of what is going on. I think we'll have a checkbox on the registration forms that they link to what our policy is going to be. So they at least check off that they received it. I can't guarantee they're going to read it, but we can say you checked off that you read it. But yeah, we need to make sure we communicate to parents of what the new law is, and that would be enforced in that. So.
Is this something that gets passed to appease the state, or is it something that will be enforced?
Enforced here?
Yeah.
I plan on being
I know you
enforced.
do now to the
Yeah.
degree that you can, but
No, I plan on it being enforced here.
again, you won't be able to enforce it. Could be an issue.
Yeah. It'll be challenging for a while, I imagine. But I think it's good. I think it's a good thing for kids.
Yeah.
It's a good thing for
I think it'll
teachers
make it
too.
easier. This is the school policy, and
So, language for the teachers.
it's a challenge.
Oh, I'm sure.
I do think the communication to the parents is a key piece because they are part of the issue many times.
Part of the problem?
They are, they really are.
Yes.
They really are. I mean, but I mean.
I've texted my own kid during school. I'll
Yeah.
admit.
Slacker. I think that communication is a key piece of this.
Yeah.
Handle it in advance. Still on.
I gave you a version of 2 different policies from ISBA. One was basically you're not allowed to bring them to school at all, which obviously not going to happen. So the other one is just they need to be turned off and out of sight. So I'll probably bring that policy to you guys next month as well. So any further questions on that?
Do you have high school students using Claude and all that to help them with their AI?
Oh, yes.
It's going on.
It's rampant.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured it was.
It is.
Dumb question.
No,
You can probably tell.
Teachers are getting pretty good at,
Wow,
catching that
that's
stuff.
well written.
Very
Yeah.
good writer.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Your work AI.
This policy also has smartwatches and that. we
Smartwatches.
talked about. So it's not just phones. and-
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
It's any texting, recording device.
Yeah.
right, any, right.
Yeah.
any-
Personal communication device,
I don't know how we all survived high school. Without
I think it was
phones
better
and-
not to have
I-
Simpler time back.
Parents just said, be home for dinner at this time.
Just be on the wall.
Yeah.
Record.
Uh-huh. Aaron remembers before there was.
Oh, yeah.
Started party lines.
Yeah, I do remember
Remember those too?
All right, Brian, what's happening at the elementary?
So since we last met, we finished up our iLearn checkpoints. We had kindergarten registration. We're just about 75 kiddos now currently registered. And then Cassie Scarcella came in and did her final literacy in-person presentation. We'll have a video series that will get us through about 3 weeks for the rest of the year. And then currently we have our spring book fair that's going on in the building. We have our iLearn summative test that's getting ready to start. So our 4th and 3rd graders will be finishing that. And then we'll have iRead retests round 2 for 2nd and 3rd grade, which come up before we meet again early May. And then we also have our music concert for our 2nd and 4th graders coming up on the 28th from 6 to 7.
Okay, Jeremy.
It was on the 9th. A couple weeks ago, we had our career day fair at the school where we invited, I think it was 30 different community members, different different job aspects, and had the kids choose their top 5, and they went from, or choose their top 5, and then we put them in 4 different groups, but they went from room to room, listened to different speakers, and overall, staff said the kids were great, very attentive. Even we had some guest speakers that said how well the kids behaved, and the kids appreciated it too, so thought that went very well. This past weekend, theater performed, middle school, high school, they had 2 different casts, Cass A and Cass B, performed Olympians, and it was phenomenal. Like Kareem Reed, Chris Eller, Kaylee, Caleb, they did an awesome job. So it was amazing. Even the sets, it's constant movement with the sets. I mean, overall, just everything together, they did a great job.
The sets were impressive.
They were impressive. Coming up, Ron, got plant sale starting on Friday. Yeah, Friday's plant sale, and we're at midterms on Friday already, and then we've got Tillage Day coming up on hopefully May 1st. So, we'll see. Prom May 2nd, senior awards May 8th, just all the end of the year stuff, AP test coming up, so busy end to the school year.
We had trivia and donuts. We had a full house. We had a lot of fun. That would have been, I think, the 26th of March. And then we had a staff versus students event, the 27th, kind of wrap up before spring break. Had a dodgeball tournament, Connect 4, finals, those types of things. Just a fun way to end up before the end of March and into spring break. Recently on the 10th, we had a Q3 reward activity. Kids that earned that were able to watch a movie in the high school auditorium for 5th and 6th graders. 7th and 8th graders had the option of doing a movie in the high school auditorium for esports at Trine. If you've been over to the esports arena in Trine, it's amazing. Top-notch facility, so the kids had a lot of fun doing that. Jeremy already mentioned the Olympians. It was a great job. I wanted to give a shout out to them as well. And even your daughter was pretty stellar in that, Kate. I learned next 2 weeks. Brian already mentioned that. And then after that, NWEA, and then all the end of the year fun stuff coming up before we know it. So we're rolling.
Final thing I'll end with, I included in your packets a copy of the Homeland Security. They came in and did a safety audit at the elementary school. I believe they were here about 5 hours, Brian. Is that right?
At least 5.
They kicked them out, right?
They were here a long day, but we were in compliance with everything. So good conversation with those guys, and good to see that we're in compliance with what's required. So that went well. So That's all I have.
All right. Meeting adjourned at 5:30.
Be sure you sign a copy of the FFA agreement.
I've got the paper. I got to sign it.
You're-
The signature page.
He'll sign that for you, Ron, yeah.
Yeah,
Pardon?
yeah.
Yeah, conversation now.